Hey there. It is Friday, March 9th. I've had a lot of Jackson Browne tunes running through my head lately. Matter of fact, I saw Bart's comment just recently, just before I shot this, just a few minutes ago, about first being exposed to him with Running on Empty, which was, of course, a huge hit and had great tunes. The Road and, of course, Danny O'Keefe's song. But the first album didn't really grab me too much. The hit from it was Doctor My Eyes, and it just seemed a little too poppy for me. So I didn't really latch onto him until the second album, until For Everyman, which opened up with Take It Easy, going into a medley of Our Lady of the Well. And again, I thought that little opening was just grabbed me, and then the melody to the song, and then it continues with see, oh man, see if I can fake this. So that was the next one, I think, Colors of the Sun. And that made me go back, and the rest of the album, fabulous, especially even the title song, For Everyman. That made me go back and get the first album, Saturate Before Using. Kind of an odd title, because it really doesn't show up, and I think it does say it on the cover, but at least it says it on the spine. And there was one from that just knocked me out. Oh, what happened? Ah. Let's try that an octave lower. Let me think about that. Okay, I'll leave that one as a mystery since I totally botched. I should have practiced. Should have thought about this. Should think these things out, Neil. Pay attention. Anyway, so yeah, Jackson Browne tunes, those first two albums. I think the third one probably was Late for the Sky, which had Fountain of Sorrow on it. So if you need some recommendations, listen to the first couple albums. Late for the Sky had other great tunes, but my favorite on that is Fountain of Sorrow. Even Joan Baez did a great version of that. What else? Then The Pretender. That was kind of a hard one. He was going through a rough period there. That one had some tough tunes on it. And then finally, Running on Empty was his fifth one, pretty sure. And I have lost a little touch with him. I think I had the next one, Hold Out, but then other songs show up because students come in and say, hey, I got to learn this or that or whatever. So anyway, I think there's more Jackson Browne coming up in the near future. I've got, that's like, I've got a path now. What else did we have happen this week? Max, oh my god. It's really in D minor, but let me see if I can fake my way through this in E minor. This might not be the best key either. Some of you might remember in the olden days, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago, did mess around with that. Played it live with Lawrence Juber at one of the Montalvo concerts. You know, I keep meaning I have recordings of all of these shows. I did like 8 or 9 or 10 of them over the years, and I should look through those. And there might be some interesting stuff there. Maybe you guys would be interested in hearing. Now it's like the archives. It only seems like it was yesterday. But what else happened this week? I almost forgot Vanessa. She came up with we've treaded lightly on the Elvis waters, and not really sure why. Well, no, there are reasons, but hey, we've broken the Tom Petty barrier, so it's reasonable now to break the Elvis barrier too. And beautiful tune, of course, made famous in a movie, sort of related to this shirt. I'm sure everybody knows what the heck I'm talking about. Let me think about how's this go. Better way to do that. So we might have to break into the Elvis Elvis world a little more. Maybe I'll make it my goal to over the next year do every song you've ever heard that Elvis wrote. I think that's a manageable deal. So, okay, enough dissing on Elvis. Come on, Neil. But thank Vanessa for bringing us a great tune, no doubt about it. And I hope you guys saw the clip from last week of Fred doing Good Time Charlie, because Fred, as he talked about that this was at Jim Bruno's. So take a look again at that if you haven't seen it recently or didn't pay much attention to it the first time, because Fred definitely has some twin hints maybe even more than hints, of Elvis in that. And it was news to me till Fred told me that Elvis did that as well. But I know lots of people covered it. And it was great seeing Danny O'Keefe's live version from McCabe's, where he talked about how that song has been his best friend because so many people have recorded it. And that's a lot of time that really, that changes a songwriter's career. If one song gets picked up by lots of different people, they now have, they should be fairly comfortable and be able to write lots of other great songs. Sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't. Sometimes things head in the wrong direction. Okay, I think that is it for our second Friday into March, and hope everybody gets back to some playing. I do have, I should not give you, never mind, I'm not going to do this. I gave you a hint of that last week. I am working on something, a kind of cool tribute to somebody that we lost a few years ago, and may get a lesson together. Disregard all that. Like they say in court, you can't consider that as evidence anymore. So. Okay, that was fun. Back next week.